Hello, how are you? How are you doing this evening? Whether you're watching this live or replay. If you are watching replay, if you can please let me know by typing in replay for me so that I can thank you for taking out your time to come on. I am excited for this session tonight. My name is Latanza Warren, and I am a mindset life coach. And I thank you and I welcome you in. Let me just share this out right quick if I can. Hey Kendra, how are you? Let me know if you can hear me good, Kendra. If I need to speak up, let me know. But I'm trying to find it so I can share it out. Please, when you get on, if you can share it out for me so that other people can hop on, I appreciate it so much. Let me get started. Hey. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. So let me get started. We're going to talk about successful mindset tonight. And we're going to, thanks Kendra, we're going to go ahead and get started. And tonight is going to be kind of different because I want you to actually see something tonight. And that, when you look at this is just a sheet of paper. And I want you to tell me what you see when you see this paper. Most people would say, I see nothing. And that's okay. That is okay. It's a blank piece of paper, right? But we're going to get to the point where even though there's nothing to see, we still see something. Because we never ever want to not see something. And what I mean is you always want to be a visionary. Always want to be a visionary. Always want to have some goals set. Always want to have something to look forward to. You always never want to see a blank page because you always want to see something. Never stare at nothing. How about that? Never stare at nothing because you always want to see something because you're looking toward the future. We're visionaries. Our mindset is changing. So therefore, our focus is changing. Where we're going is changing. So we always want to see something, something to look forward to. Never ever think that you see nothing. Never. So we're going to talk about our mindset and our thoughts because in Proverbs 23:7 it says, for as a person thinketh, so is he. So it's important how we think about things. It's important how we think about ourselves. It's important how we think about our life. It's important how we think about our business. It's important how we think about where we're, if you're working a 9 to 5 or whatever hours, it's important how you think. Because even on a job, it's important how you think. It's important how you treat yourself on the job, how you treat your job. Don't just treat it as a job. Treat it as a career. Don't look at yourself just as a cashier. If you're starting out as a cashier, don't think of yourself just as a cashier. Think of yourself as the owner. Think of yourself as somebody that's buying into the company. Think of yourself as corporate. Think of yourself as the CEO. You need to start seeing yourself higher than where you are. Because if you're always thinking lower, if you're always thinking, right here, then that's where you're going to stay, right there. And we also need to watch the things that we say. There are some things that we just should not ever say because we always want to say things that appreciate and not depreciate. Appreciate and not depreciate. We always want to say those things because we're always saying things, but are those words going to bring back something that we desire, or are those words going to bring something that we don't desire? Some of the things that I had wrote down that I had stopped saying, one of the things that I stopped saying is I forgot. Because now I say something like, I didn't recall it at the time, or something like that. But I stopped saying I forgot. Because what that is sowing a seed into your mind to forget. And so we want to transform that. We want to say something opposite of that. Another thing that some people say is, I'm too old. that's something that we don't need to say either, because age does not define your goals. Age does not define when and if you start or stop something. It's up to you, not your age. Don't put that on your age. Don't put it on your age. There are some. I think about Miss Ernestine. She is a power lifter. A power lifter. This woman has a body of a 25-year-old, and she is knocking on 85, 86. So we have no excuse. None. Don't be talking about you too old. There, Colonel Sanders of KFC. Come on now. He started KFC in his 60s. 60s. And you say you're too old at 55? You say you're too old at 70? Nah, your life just getting started. Come on now. We need to stop making excuses and stop thinking that mindset that we're too old, it's not working, we might as well stop. No, we need to change that mindset. We also need to change the mindset of, I can't do it anymore. That is a quit mentality. That is, we don't need to say that, because you give up, you quit, you cave in, you just forget about your dreams, you forget about your goals, you forget about the things that you just so desire. Even with me, there was something that I so desired to do, and I took, I had made progress in it. I was doing it. I was doing the things that I needed to do to have it manifest, but I let it go. I just stopped it like 2 years ago. And I'm picking it back up now, because I can do it, and I'm going to do it. And you're going to find out what it is later, maybe in about 3 months. Give me 3 months. But you're going to find out what it is, because this is something that I desire to do. This is a goal that I had, and I'm going to accomplish this goal. Another thing that we need to stop saying is, I'm tired. How many times, I'm just tired. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. I'm just tired. I'm tired of these kids. I'm just tired. We need to start saying how tired. Hey, Alethea, we need to start saying how tired we are too. Start saying that. Say, I'm energetic. Say something opposite of that. Say something that you desire. We need to start building ourselves up. We talk about other people, how they tear us down with words and how they do this and that. We do it too. We do it to ourselves. So we need to start changing our words, changing the way we think about things, changing the way we look at things. Okay? We need to start changing that. Another thing is our attitude. Attitude is so vitally important for growth, for your way of thinking, for changing your mindset from this mindset to a successful mindset. We need to relearn some things, because there are some things that we have learned growing up that we need to just stop doing. I remember this story that I heard. This lady she prepared her ham for the holidays, and she did it, her mom did it, and her grandmother. They all did this, and so they would cut the end of the ham off and put it in the pan. And she thinking, it makes it taste better. And so her child was asking, Mom, why do you do that? You know what? I'm gonna ask Mom. And she found out that the reason why they cut the end of the ham off is because her grandmother pan was too small, and she had to cut the end of the ham off to fit in the pan. So they didn't even know why they were doing it. They just did it, wasting some ham. But they didn't know why they did it. So some things that we learned, we need to unlearn so that we can relearn some right things, some better things. Because sometimes there are better ways of doing something than what we've learned how to do. And your attitude is important. Let me tell you some things about the attitude. People with great attitudes are teachable. You are teachable. It's such a good thing to be teachable. I'm teachable. And when you're teachable, you gain knowledge. You can sit under someone. You don't think you know all that. You don't think you know everything. Can't nobody tell you nothing. If somebody can do it better, you can do it even better. You don't want to change anything because you've been doing it for 20 years, so they can't tell you nothing. You're not teachable, and you remain at a stage in your life that you'll never grow from because you're unteachable. But if you're teachable, hey, you can grow and grow and grow. You can just keep growing and blossoming in the area that you desire. Another thing about having the right attitude is you allow God and others to speak to you into your life. That is so important. You know, when I get up in the morning time, I have my morning of prayer. I talk to Him, and I just be silent and let Him speak to me, because it is so important that He tells me what He wants me to do. Because guess what? He created me, so I think He should tell me what to do. And there are others that can speak into your life. I know my pastor speaks into my life. I have coaches that speak into my life. I listen to them, and I apply what they tell me. If I miss it, they get on to me, and then I do it. So we need to be teachable. We need to allow people to speak into our life and not think that we know everything, because we don't. We do not know everything. That is a bulletin that needs to be put up. You do not know everything. You don't. People with good attitudes take responsibility for their attitude. That thing called, I woke up on the wrong side of the bed, it don't fly, because it's you that has the attitude. It's you that control your attitude, not that other person. Somebody at work may just be off that day, but it's you. It's not, you can't control how somebody else acts, but you can control how you react. So attitude is a whole lot. Your demeanor, how you are as a person, we need to try to control our attitude, because we need to fill our mind with good things. Fill your mind up with good things. Listen to good things. Every day I try to listen to something motivational. I'll listen to, if I don't have time to read the book because I work during the day, I have a daycare. So I have my little earpiece in my ear while I'm working, and I listen to a book. I listen to an audio book. We have no excuse that, I can't sit down and read 10 pages. I'm working all day. I can listen 3 hours to a book about mindset, about finances, whatever the book is on. So we always need to listen to something every day, because we want to learn. We want to learn every day. There's not a day that you shouldn't learn something. Because when you learn, you grow. You learn, you grow. So that's growth. Again, meditate on something. We meditate on something that's good. Your actions. Practice good actions. Hey, Dr. Selena, we need to practice good actions. Have a good attitude by acting it out. Do something good for somebody. Even just saying a nice word to somebody. Giving somebody a hug. Giving somebody a phone call and just say, I'll just call to check on you. That's the attitude of gratitude, for one, and thankfulness. And, it just, because you're sowing a seed that you want to come back also. And another thing is that we have 3 roads that we can travel. It's 3 roads that you can travel. The first road is the low road. The low road is, I'm going to treat them worse than they treated me. They did me like that, I'm going to do this to them. The next road is the middle road. The middle road is, I'm going to do to them what they did to me. I'm going to treat them like they treat me. They don't want to talk to me, I'm not going to talk to them. And the other road is the high road. They treated me this way, but I'm going to love them. You be the better person. That's the high road, and that's the road that I like to take. Because when you treat somebody lower than what they treated you, when you treat somebody the same way they treated you, you're not doing anything but hurting yourself. You're hurting your character. You're hurting that self-love. You're hurting all this stuff. And is it worth it? It's not worth it to me. What I do, I sow a seed. I might not get that seed back from them, but I will get it back. It's better for me to sow a seed of goodness to them, even though they may have talked about me, even though they may have not spoken to me, even though they may have done something wrong. I still want to sow a better seed than what they gave me. So that's a person with a good attitude. And that, some people say, well, that's hard to do. It is hard to do, but it's necessary. It's necessary. I love that song by Fantasia. It's necessary. Some things are necessary in order to go to the next level. And it doesn't mean that it's easy to do, but it's necessary. It is necessary. So we need to do that. And I'm going to give you 12 things that you need to do daily that will help you live a life of fruitfulness. 12 things. The first one is this. This is what you need to say every day. You need to say, I choose and display the right attitude. I choose and display the right attitude. You make a choice, and then you're going to display it. You're going to show it. You're going to have the right attitude. You're going to do this thing. We're going to do this. And then the next thing is, I will determine and act on important priorities. I will determine and act on important priorities. You're going to determine and act on these things. What is important? What is important? What's not important? We don't focus on the things that's not important. We don't focus on the negativity. We're going to focus on the positive things. We're going to focus on the things that are going to get us to the next level. We're going to focus on the things that are going to help your business. We're going to focus on those things. We're going to focus on the people that are in our circle. We're going to focus on those people that God has given us to help us to go to that next level. We're going to focus on those people. We're going to focus on those things. The next one is, I will know and follow healthy gratitudes. And that's, that lines in with that. We're going to have healthy gratitudes. Healthy gratitudes. We're not going to focus on the negative stuff. We're going to focus on the healthy stuff, because if you think about it, if you have healthy gratitudes, it also helps in your body, because all that negativeness, all that fighting, all that fussing, all this stuff trying to hate somebody, it has a negative reaction on your body. But when you turn that around, it has a healthy thing on your body. I know that Dr. Selena, her and her husband are into that fitness, and and I am too, and I salute them for what they're doing. And so it all goes into that health and fitness too, because we need to have the right foods. We need to drink our water. We need to exercise, but we also need to exercise healthy attitudes. That we need that too, to have a fruitful life. We have to have that. Another thing is, I will communicate with and care for my family. Communication in your family, your marriage, is so important. So important. And we need to have that in our life. We need to have that with our family. We need to have that with our husband. We need to have that with our wife, our kids. We need to communicate with our kids too. We need to have that good vibe in our family, in our household. And another one is, I will practice and develop good thinking. How do you practice and develop good thinking? By meditating on good things. By meditating on the right things. You have, listening to, not listening to everything that you hear. I don't listen to a lot of things on the radio. I don't listen to a lot of things. I don't look at a lot of things on TV. I rarely look at TV. But when I do, I try to listen to something that's inspirational, something that is educational. If it's a movie, something that's a good movie. I don't want to feed myself all this negative stuff. I don't. Another thing that we need to do is to keep and make proper commitments. Keep your commitments. If you tell someone you're going to do something, do it. If you can't do it, because we are human and sometimes things do come up, Call them and let them know. Don't just not show up. Don't just not do the thing that you said you were going to do, because now that hurts your reputation. You might not think it's a good thing, a bad thing to hurt your reputation, but it does, because they know they can't count on you. And if they can't tell anybody else about you, they can't recommend you because you're not reliable. So communication and keeping your commitment is so important. Another thing is, I will earn and rearrange finances right. Finances is my thing. I love finances. I love talking about finances. So we need to be educated in finances, in our savings, what to spend, what not to spend, how to spend, when not to spend. You know, you're not held captive and saying you got to hold all your money and just spend it on bills. No, take care of yourself too. But we got to know what we need to do and what we shouldn't do. We can't look at somebody else and say, I'm gonna get a Lamborghini, and you don't have Lamborghini money. Stop trying to look like somebody else when you know you can't afford it. That's not a negative thing. That's just reality. You start speaking the things that you want, and when it manifests, hey, you go get it. I'm happy for you. But don't get something that you can't afford and you have to live a life of paycheck to paycheck, or not even paycheck, just air, basically. But be smart in your finances. Be smart in your spending. Be smart about it. Yes, we have to invest in our businesses. I know I do. I have to invest in my business. And so therefore, right now, especially for me, you know, to invest in my business and for it to grow, that means some other things I have to put on hold right now. And I'm okay with that. And I know that this year is going to be my breakthrough year, that I can do some of the things that I have desired to do. So we need to know when to and when not to. Another thing is deepen your faith. For me, I don't know about anybody else, but every day I want to go closer to God. And so therefore, I have to spend that time with Him. And so it's so important to me because I'm in tune with Him, so He can tell me what to do, when to do it, when not to do it, and to just help me through my day, because I need Him more than anything. Believe me. Another thing is, I would initiate and invest in solid relationships. Solid relationships. God has blessed me so much with some solid relationships. When I met Selena and Ebony, it was like an thing for me, because they have been such a blessing to me. It's so many other women that I've met and still meeting, and I am I'm just blessed to be in their company, to be a part of their lives, because I love them so much, and I love all the women in the groups that I'm in, because it's helping me to grow even more. It's helping me to mature in the businesses, and it's helping me to connect with them, because I mean, just having the right circle of friends, because in the groups that I'm in, Boss Moms and other groups that I'm in with Dee and other people, these groups have helped me so much, because it's a family. It is a family. So that has helped me so much. So relationships are so important, because if you have the wrong relationships and you're trying to make a business, you're trying to grow, and you got somebody that doesn't want to grow, somebody that's telling you how not to grow, and somebody's telling you all this negative stuff, you're not going to grow, you're not going to produce anything, you're with the wrong people, and you need to let them go. Because if you don't let them go and you keep those wrong relationships, you have nobody to blame but yourself. Self. That's it. You can't blame anybody else for holding on to something or someone that you know you need to let go of. So relationships are so important. So important. Believe me, I know. I have let so many relationships go, and I do not regret it, because what God has given me is so much better. So much better. Because He has so much better out there for you. The next thing I need to tell you was plan for a model generosity. Generosity. That's a good word. You know, we're blessed to be a blessing, to be generous, and not just in finances. Be generous in being thankful. Be generous in giving someone a compliment. Be generous. Be generous about it. Another thing is, I will embrace and practice good values, and that's a big one too. Good values. Be a person that has good values, and also I will seek and experience improvement. There's always room for improvement, always. And if there's not room for improvement for you, then you have made it, and you have nothing else to do then. I want to improve it every day. And the last thing that I want to tell you is this. I want you to have a dream manifestation day. I want you to have, when do I want you to have this? Daily. Have a dream manifestation day. What is a dream manifestation day? A dream manifestation day is going to see the very thing you're believing for. If you're believing for a certain kind of car, go drive it. Go to the car dealership. Drive that car. Get the brochure. Take it home. Put it on your wall. A dream manifestation day. If you believe in God for a house, go to open houses. Go to different houses. Go through neighborhoods. Get off the couch. Stop just sitting there wishing. Start doing. Have a dream manifestation day. Go out and get the very thing that you desire. Go sit in it. Go smell it. Go rub the leather. Go do something. Go to the bank. Go write yourself a check for the amount that you're believing for. Do action. Put action to your dreams. Action to your dreams. You don't have the manifested house yet, but go to a kitchen in a nice home that you're believing for, and start stirring a bowl or something and say, "Girl, you see my kitchen? You see this?" When I go on vacations, I stay in houses, nice homes, and I take my G-babies with me. Nice homes. When I went to Florida, we stayed in an 8-bedroom home and had a nice pool in a gated community. Gorgeous. My babies did not want to leave. And they said, "Mama T, can we have a house like that?" Yes, you are going to have a house like that. Because I always want them to see what they're going to have. Yeah, it's okay to stay in hotels. We've stayed in a couple. But we stay in houses because I always want them to see where we're going. Always. So you need visualization. You need to have that attitude. Yeah, the right attitude. The right attitude. Be teachable. Always be teachable. And don't start seeing past what you see so that you can grab hold of the thing that you're about to have. Have that dream manifestation day. Don't lose hope. Don't ever give up. And always know that you will have the very thing that you desire. Keep speaking it. Keep saying it. Don't stop believing it. Your business is growing. Your clients are coming. I am going to speak on platforms this year. All over. I'm getting calls this year in Jesus' name from platforms to come speak at this place and this place and this place. I see it. I know it. It's coming. So we got to start speaking it. We got to start believing it. We got to know that it's happening because it is. So you have your dream manifestation day. You be your cheerleader, and I can't wait to see everything that you're believing for come to pass because it is for me. And we in this together. We in this together. You're not alone. We're in this together. So together we win. You are victorious. You have a wonderful day, evening, night. Whenever you're watching this live, God bless you and thank you for watching.